Elizabethtown-Lewis.
For the Elizabethtown-Lewis Lions, Town Lions, we start off with Julia Cox, number 3. Alexis Brown, number 4. Abby Burrow, number 8. Christine Napper, number 10. Zoe Weiser, number 11. Caitlin Coates, number 19. The starting lineup for the Town Lions: in goal, Kirsten Ashline. Number 2, Kylie Cassavant. Number 6, Sierra Lamette.
Oh, you're taking up too much room.
Number 9, Emily Morris. Number 13, Casey Ryder.
What do you think?
Number 15, Lily Whalen.
Yeah, I'm going to sit when I can get something
Number
in my
16,
bag.
Claire Harwood. Number 17, Crystal Grady. Number 18, Katie Decker. Number 20, Jenny McGinn. Number 21, Shona Brooks. E-Town Lions are coached by Steve Denton. Now for the Chazy Eagles. Number 1, Rachel Pombrio. Number 11, Katie Tebow. Number 12, Jessica Lapierre. Number 13, Jory Cooper. Number 14, Allie Hayes. Number 16, Victoria Lyons. Number 17, Miranda Ozier. Number 19, Catherine Gravel. Number 22, Michaela Cahoon. Number 23, Stephanie Gagnon. Number 25, Courtney Gilmore. Number 26, Caitlin Kozak. Number 27, Kelly Laporte. And number 28, Abby Snide. The starting lineup for the Chazy Eagles: number 2, Lindsay Hack. Number 5, Alexis Gay. Number 6, Christina Emery. Number 7, Megan Reynolds. Number 8, Catherine Cook. Number 9, Amanda Kempinen. Number 10, Amber Polomsky. Number 15, Kirsten Doran. Number 20, Hannah Lauren. Number 21, Kinnan Latrimore. And number 24, Caitlin Lapierre. The coaches for the Chazy Eagles: assisting is Mr. Corey Thompson and Miss Morgan Russi, and the head coach is Karen Sherman Trombley. The officials for tonight's game: the field official will be Mr. Gary Kaiser. The line judges are Mr. Pete Jakes and Mr. Jim Karen. If we would all now please stand, remove all headgear, and stand for the playing of the national anthem.
North Country soccer fans, and welcome to the Plattsburgh High School Sports Complex for this big sectional championship game between the Eagles of Chazy and the Lions of Elizabethtown-Lewis. I'm Joey Trombley. I'll be calling the play-by-play tonight. To my left is Joe the Fish Poisson with his insight and commentary, and on my right is the father of hometown cable, Calvin Castine. And Joe, big game. These teams, they're no strangers to each other, and quite surprisingly, it's not surprising to see him here for the championship game for the section.
No, you have the 1 and 2 seeds here in the Class D, Section 7. Nature did take its course to, have both these teams here at this game, and Chazy has won both the earlier matches. But I'm going to tell you, E-Town is a good team, and the old axiom goes, it's tough to beat a good team 3 times in a row, and I think Chazy is better. But they're going to have to beat a good team 3 times in a row to prove it.
Well, down in E-Town, I think it was a very close game. I think it was only a 1-0 game down in Elizabethtown. And then at the George Brendler Field, if I'm not mistaken, I think the girls had it a little bit easier, 2-0, right?
Yeah, and it was a comfortable 2-0 lead. But, I watched Elizabethtown. They have some good weapons. They have Casava, number 2, Kylie Casava. They have Emily Morris. These girls can score, among others. And I see they have a keeper change tonight. Last time I saw them play, they had McGinn. And tonight they have Kirsten Ashline in the net. So Kirsten Ashline, she's much taller. She's a big girl. So, cover more of the area of the net for the Lions, because Chazy did take it to him as far as shots on goal and stuff. But like I said, Elizabethtown has a good transition game, which you're going to be seeing tonight a few times.
Chazy comes in here with ranked number 1 in the state. They're tied actually for number 1 in the state with Remsen out of Section 3 or 4, I think. So, and they are the defending state champions. But a big move that Coach Karen Trombley made this year, and here's the play going into Chazy end. There's Casava, the speed of Casava, and there's Casava looking to get a shot off here. And she gets it off wide, but you just talked about that, Joe, the speed of Casava.
Well, but that's a mistake on the defense before the speed happened. You got a mistake on the defense. She shouldn't put that right back into pressure. The defender's got to go wide and show, and they just didn't do it. She made a tough play. That's a mistake, and that's where E-Town, they're deadly.
They are, and actually the defense just had to do there's a short kick from the Lions, and so they took a playbook out of the Chazy playbook, or a play out of the playbook, and Chazy had to kick it off the end line because of the speed of Kosovo, which gave them an early corner kick, and Chazy's got to defend against that for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they got to do a better job defending right off the bat. They got away with one. That's you got to win these games before you move on. And, of course, everybody knows usually as you move on to the Final Four, pretty much all those teams are good. And you make a mistake like that one time in a game, and you could come up with a big L.
Well, this game, the section championship, then you go to regional play, then the Final Four. Quite frankly, from this game forward, any mistake like that, you can get burnt. And then you lose, you're going home.
That's exactly it. And they, like I said, they were fortunate. They're probably nervous or, Hack actually just got moved there probably about the middle of the season, I think. Maybe a little before that.
But actually, it wasn't Hack. It was Gay, Alexis Gay, that was battling Casava for that ball.
But they came right from. That's where it started. They gotta play better. That's the bottom line. You can't make a mistake. That's the bottom line. You can't make mistakes, and they were very lucky. Casava, she's the real deal. Emily Morris, number 9 for Elizabethtown, very good player. But Chazy counters in the middle. We have MVP of the year.
Caitlin Lapierre.
Yeah, here you go. I'm trying to think of Caitlin. Sorry about that, Caitlin. Should have remembered her name of all names. But Caitlin Lapierre, she's also a state small school state player from last year, bringing her back. Right there, that young lady, number 15, Dorn, also a very good player. We have in the middle is Reynolds, Megan Reynolds, blistered 4 goals, and there's a push right there on Lapierre. But she's going to be hassled all night long. And you looked right there, she had 3 or 4 people on her. They're going to defend heavily. Somebody's going to be open. Well, she can't put her head down and just go. She's going to have to pick her head up and pass.
Well, Joe, you are the one famously saying this with Caitlin Lapierre against Elizabethtown. You called her the lion.
She's a lion killer.
And Elizabethtown knows that. Caitlin Lapierre has been a thorn in their sides for the last 5 years. She came up midway through as an 8th grader. And one of the strategies that Coach Trombley did this year, they were winning early, but they weren't winning convincingly, and she was lacking offensive firepower. So she brought up Dorn and she brought up Lapierre to the striker positions, and their offense exploded at that point.
Yes, and that's what you have to do. Dorn in the middle and Reynolds in the middle. They're just good. They're just good players. You have Hannah Lauren up on front. You know, it was a good spread of the operation. You just look at it all. Hack can handle back there. She's handled it well so far.
She's at excellent speed.
She has good skill too. You know, she positions herself well. You know, she's a smart player. And you look over here, you have Amber Polomsky on this right side, and you mentioned Alexis Gay in the middle, the senior. And Alexis has been through these battles before. Usually, she was an outside defender last year, and she got moved into the middle this year, and she's been doing a good job.
Nice play by Lapierre, getting over to Reynolds. Reynolds coming up here, pushes it back over to Lapierre. So nice ball movement. Lapierre trying to get a shot off here, pushes it back, trying to find Reynolds. Reynolds will get a shot off here. No, Reynolds outside the 18, pushes it up. And that will be a corner kick, went off the defense. So some nice moves by Caitlin Lapierre.
Yeah, you find number 17 for the Lions. Oh, Grady, she's not far from wherever Lapierre is. You're going to find Grady right on her every time. Grady's a good defender. As you're looking right on now, Grady is not going to be far from Lapierre's hip.
And, you know, there's a lot of confidence from Coach Karen Trombley to put Lindsay Hack back there, because let's face it, we got Miss Cool herself. There's a shot, and nice save by Ashline, and Polomsky drills one. But she brought Megan Reynolds, who's Miss Cool back there in the sweeper position, has her up on the midfield. So that tells the confidence she has in Reynolds as a scorer, and the confidence she has in Hack in the sweeper position.
Sure. You know, Reynolds can put the ball in the back of the net. She's one of the highest scorers in the region, and for a reason. She gets a lot of assists too.
Well, the ball's in play into Chazy territory, and it is Hack going down to get to the ball. It's Hack deep in her own territory, has space, and just sends it up. And she had room there, and she just kicked it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in here for the Lady Lions. It's Decker. Gets the ball in, and the fans here seem to be getting into the game. And it goes out of bounds, so another throw in here for Chazy. We have 33:08 to go. I'm Joey Trombley, Joe Poisson, and Calvin Castine here. We're calling this sectional championship game. We have no score here on this 5th day of November 2011, and the winner of this moves on to regional play a week from today against Section 10, and from Section 10 it is Chateaugay's looking pretty good. And here goes Caitlin Lapierre. Lapierre, she has Kempinen trying to break through the 18. Here comes the goalie. Ooh. And nice job by Kempinen.
Hard.
She was taken out by the goalie, and she's down. We'll have a whistle here. And it looked like she might have went knee to knee with the goalie Ashline, so we'll be back in a moment. Want to get her. And we're back from the injury, and a slight little limp there from Kempinen, and Jory Cooper checks into the game for Kempinen.
She's got to keep walking. She can't sit there. If she sits there, it's going to stiffen up.
Well, the ball is back into play here into Elizabethtown territory, Elizabethtown-Lewis to be exact. And Joe, I see a number 20 out there for the Lions, but we don't have the number, so it may have been somebody that was brought up.
Probably.
Well, it could have been McGinn.
I'd say it's got to be McGinn.
Okay. So we'll call number 20 McGinn. We're assuming that's it. If not, we apologize. So in these games, Joe, sectional championships, I guess any game, but the game's magnified because of what you lose, you go home. The first goal is important for either team.
Well, yeah. It just sets a tone, and we've seen that happen here in the Class B section. The championships, one goal wins it. So.
Yeah, and those goals were scored early in the game.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
And they stood up. And we're doing double duty here today. After this game is the big game between the Chazy boys and the Willsboro boys. And there's a lot of interest in that game because Willsboro took out Chazy twice this year.
Yes, and we'll talk about that in the next game. Right now, it's a ladies' turn, Joey.
It is, but we're just giving a prelude for the people. So when they watch this on the film, they can go click down below, and they'll see the game below it. Right, Calvin?
Joe's got a tunnel there. He's got his blinders up.
Okay. Well, we'll stick to the girls' game because we don't want to confuse our fish here. You take a fish out of water, Calvin, and they're totally lost.
That's right. I could talk about volleyball.
Defense right there, Joey.
Let's talk about volleyball. I just finished the volleyball section over there. Want to talk about that, Joe?
Joey can.
Okay. All right.
That was good team defense right there by Elizabethtown against Lapierre.
And we have McGinn with the throw in here for Elizabethtown. And she gives the ball up over to number 16, Claire Harwood. And Harwood throws it in, goes into Chazy territory, and Reynolds trying to chip it up over to number 6 for Chazy is Emery, Christina Emery. And the ball kicked up toward
That's
midfield.
another bad pass, you know. They can't do that.
Well, like you said before,
They got to go wide and show. These girls got to be.
and you get the ball on the feet.
Yeah, they got to find feet. They got to go wide and show, though. I mean, that's just, you can't make bad passes. Not on the defensive end, you can. I mean, you can make mistakes on offense, and even in the midfield, you can get away with some of them, but you can't do that on the defensive.
Nice play over to Caitlin Lapierre.
Because Elizabethtown is not a bad team. Okay,
They're number 2 for a reason, and you don't get to a championship game because you're lucky.
Most of the time, no.
Most of the time, no. And Joe, who do we have for some officials here tonight?
This evening we have in the middle, we have Gary Kaiser, and on the line judges, we have Pete Jakes and Jim McCarron.
And all season officials. And I like the 3-man rotation when it comes to the playoffs.
Yes, I do too.
It's a really you definitely see a lot more, obviously, when you have an official in the middle of the field. And the ball is in E-Town territory, and it's cleared up toward midfield, just shy. And Reynolds is there, and she sends it back. It will go out of bounds, so a throw in here for the Lions. And there's been a lot of midfield play early on here, Joe, at least in the first 10 minutes.
Chazy had a few chances, and Elizabethtown has had theirs early in the early going, but both teams trying to settle down. If Chazy can just keep finding feet, and instead of having this go on here.
And the ball is called out of bounds.
But Chazy just has to find feet and spread that. This is a nice size field. It's a longer field. It's a wide field, and it's artificial turf. It's fast, and Chazy has a fast team right here with one of them, the speedsters, Lauren. So that's these things, they're tight right now. Yeah, they're tight.
And the ball hits off the head of Polomsky, goes on to the head of number 9, and you said that one, Emily Morris. She is dangerous, but the ball gets up over to Reynolds. Reynolds goes near side over to Emery.
Right here.
Beautiful play. Emery chips it up, and there's the speed of Lauren. And Lauren has nice speed, and probably a wise play by Whalen to kick it out of bounds. And so a throw in for Chazy.
Not a bad play.
And it goes into Caitlin Lapierre.
What it does is just slows Chazy down.
Well, that's what they have to do, though.
Yeah. Not so much for the worrying about the girl picking it off your feet. You just gotta try to slow them down. Chazy.
Doran getting a shot off, and it goes wide, and she'd like to have that opportunity again. But nice try by Kirsten Doran, and the reality is you gotta get the shots onto the goal. Because if you don't shoot, you don't score.
It's true. I don't know, Calvin. We've noticed in these playoff games that the shots on goal seem to be lower than what we see. I don't know. Is it different now, or what's going on? Because even in the, what Calvin and I were talking we've done a few playoff games in the last week or so, and it just seems some of the shots that are not counted.
Well,
what's going on?
Well, the night Beatmantown played Northeastern, I'm talking to my brother, and he goes, "Man, we were in their zone a lot." He goes, "I heard we outshot them like 30-3, so that might be a lot, but we definitely outshot them." Then the paper had it 5-3.
And that's,
So I don't know if they're just counting the shots on the goalie itself, not counting shots that go wide, or they're just counting actually shots on net.
I don't know. We have to talk to our expert in the middle, Mr. Kevin Mulligan.
Yeah, well, we'll talk to Mr. Kevin Mulligan there between games.
I'm sure he'll enlighten us.
Kevin has the time clock tonight on the field, and we don't want to interrupt him because he's got
all the concentration he can get.
He's got a job to do. We aren't going to interrupt him. And it's a good thing he's over next door and he can't hear us. So
All he's saying is 2 minutes, 2 minutes. He knows he's got to say the 2-minute warnings. So he's over there practicing.
Oh yeah, that's what I asked Calvin. What I'm hearing 2 minutes all the time, and that's Kevin practicing for when the big moment comes in about 24 more minutes. And on the far side, the ball's cleared up, and it's going up, and it's Lapierre. Lapierre does a nice job. Lapierre has some speed, and she's breaking in. But there's Lapierre looking to get that shot up. Good hustle. Defensively, it looked like it was Crystal Grady.
Yeah, but if you got the defense on your back, you got to keep going. I mean,
because they'll probably take it down or something.
There you go.
And you're looking for the foul.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of an Italian dive, I guess, kind of thing. But
you don't have to dive, but they have to get physical.
They would have to, and that's you.
Wait a minute.
Don't pull it back.
What are our Italian fans going to say about that remark?
They're going to agree with me if they're smart.
And there's the insight and commentary from our our guy Joe the Fish Poisson.
I think it'd be a fishy dive if anything.
Now, could it be a German dive or an Irish dive?
No, it's an Italian dive.
An Italian dive. So who else can we insult tonight on Hometown Cable?
Joe finds one nationality every night to pick up.
So the views are of Joe Poisson, not necessarily the views of Hometown Cable or Founding Father Calvin Castine, right?
I usually do the French because I have a lot of familiarization with them.
Tonight we're just going to pick on the Italians,
Why not?
right?
You know, at least for the first half.
For the first half, okay.
Get the Brazilians the next half.
Oh, Doran breaking in. She gets the shot off, but sticking her ground was Kirsten Ashline, and it looked like she was almost screened on that shot a little bit.
Yes, she was. It was. Chazy's been getting a few runs here at the keeper. What's her name? Ashline. Yeah, they've been getting a few runs at her. So Lapeer with a decent chance.
Nice speed by Cooper.
Good hustle by Cooper.
Nice
right there.
play by
Yeah, just
Cooper.
go right by her. That's smart.
There's Cooper taking
There
it
you
to
go,
the,
Cooper.
like you said.
It's not
Cooper
bad.
gets the shot off. Oh, just wide. But what an effort by Jory Cooper. And it's like you said, the player behind her would have to have taken her down.
Gotta go. Keep going.
And you got to give credit to Ashline. She came out to force the angle.
Yeah, we got another speedster checking in here momentarily for the Eagles. Karen Trombley's Chazy Eagles #1, Rachel Pombrio.
Freshman.
You talk about speed. This young lady can fly. And you notice that, E-Town seems to be susceptible to the speed of Chazy. You saw it with Cooper on that. Their right side of their defense looks susceptible, and down the middle actually with Lapeer. So, Coach Trombley sees a little something, and she's going to throw a little bit more speed at him.
As that midfield goes far side onto the foot of Gay. Alexis Gay working her way down the far sideline. It's Gay, hasn't it knocked away by number 16, Claire Harwood. And the ball heads over to Lapeer. Lapeer being guarded, pushes it back over to Reynolds. Yeah, very nice ball. Heeled it back to
But
Reynolds.
Cooper had to run in
There's
right
Reynolds.
there.
Reynolds trying to get a shot off.
Cooper had to run in right
And
there.
as
She
Lauren
was just-
pushes it back to Reynolds. Reynolds gets the shot off. It goes wide. But
Yeah, you see, Cooper. She was just. That's when you run in. She was there, and she just she kind of hung out next to the defender. And she's going to see this.
So she had to get that separation.
She has to move. As soon as, because I believe that was Reynolds had that ball on the top, and she was looking for somebody to service it to.
And it's nice to see Kempening come back into the game, so
Yes.
she's recovered from that injury.
Lapeer coming off, giving Coach
As
Thomas
well as
some
Cooper.
minutes. The coach for we haven't mentioned the coach for the Elizabethtown-Lewis Lions is Mr. Denton, Steve Denton, and he's been a good coach for the last several years. Also, like we mentioned already, Karen Sherman-Trombley for the Chazy Eagles, and she's assisted by, you see Corey Thompson down there. He's always down there, and Morgan Rusi.
And congratulations to Coach Karen Trombley. This is her 4th year with the program and her 4th year in this championship game here in the section.
Yeah, right off the bat. So she's done great for these Lady Eagles.
And so we have a throw in here. It is picked up by number 9, Morris.
Good hustle right there by Emery.
Got Christina Emery.
There you go, Pombry. Come on, Rachel.
And Pombry will try to get over to
Grady's a good
Kempening.
defender.
There's a high shot by Dorn.
Chazy's getting comfortable now. You see that. I know when the team's getting comfortable because Calvin's not swinging that camera back and forth and hitting you. He's just he's keeping it right there in the zone of Elizabethtown. So.
And we have an injury for the Lions, and it looks like number, is that 12?
13.
What is it?
13.
13, so it's Casey Ryder is down, and we'll be back in a moment. And we're back to the game here, and there's a goal kick here for the Lions, and it goes off of the head of number 21, Shauna Brooks, and it is number 2, Cassava. And whenever time Cassava has the ball, somebody's on her too, so good defense by the Eagles. And Kirsten Dorn with the ball breaks through. There's Dorn. She's got Lauren. Lauren's going to watch the offsides, and she'll push it back to Lapeer. Lapeer with some speed has it knocked away by Brooks. And over to the far side is Kempinen. She gets it up over to Caitlin Lapeer, who switched fields. Lapeer looking to try to send it across. It's Lapeer. Gets the shot across. Yeah. She scores! Caitlin Lapeer drilled that ball, and that's one tall goalie, and she took it top shelf, and the Eagles go up at the 21:34 minute mark. That was a senior shot there, Joe.
But the defender was always on her, Grady.
Yeah.
She slipped.
Yeah.
She slipped and allowing, and Lapeer saw that. That was just a great shot. I don't care what you say, but the defender fell. giving Lapeer some
And you
space.
can't blame the goalie. That was just a
No,
perfect
that
shot.
was a great shot by Lapeer. It just shows you what she's about. We're going to get the assist.
Nobody.
It would be unassisted.
You think it's going to be unassisted? Probably.
I think so.
That's the way I saw it when I was looking at the official's hands.
Unassisted, right?
I think so.
Yep. Unless somebody's wearing a U.
Don't be so quick, though, Kevin. Careful. That was quiet.
Okay, we're back for the kickoff here. Oh, we never got off?
We never left, no.
So we heard Joe dissing Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you can edit that.
Wow. Joe wants to edit it. Calvin says, no, this is live TV, man.
So Mr. Mulligan was my boss for, what, a year or two? So I can do that now.
He's been called to the principal's office before.
Well, I just want to say, Joe, there were a few meetings that he wanted to get rid of you, but the board stood by you, Joe.
You make everybody happy.
And the ball is deep into E-Town territory. And that was an important first goal, Joe. It took almost 20 minutes.
The Chazy had been doing good work for about the last 12 minutes. They've been working the ball down, getting some shots. You had Cooper going down there, getting a good look. You had Kempinen getting wrecked, going down there and getting a decent look. You had the period, getting some action down there. So, and even previous to that, you had Polomsky one time off a service down here. Polomsky got it down deep. So, Chazy had been doing some good work, and they finally cracked that seal. But it was just a great shot. I mean, it was.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Well, again, you gave her the title as the.
Oh, she's a lion killer, no doubt.
Okay, that was Caitlin Lapeer, given that title by Joe the Fish Poisson many years ago, probably
Yes.
4 years ago,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
4 or 5, anyway.
I'm sorry, but lion tamer would have to be the phrase.
Oh, the
Politically correct.
No,
Okay.
lion killer.
Call it whatever you
Okay,
want.
that's right. Because we don't have sudden death anymore. There, it's the golden goal.
That's
Lion
right.
tamer.
Okay.
Lion tamer.
All right, lion tamer. Okay.
Why do I always get corrected by you two? Politically correct people.
Well, I have no idea,
mind.
Joe.
Never mind.
We still believe there's hope for you, and
Good luck.
we think there's hope. And here comes
Well,
the
that's a good
ball.
ball.
Lapeer pushing it up nice, unselfishly trying to go give and go from Lauren to Lapeer, and it goes onto the hands of Ashline, and she does a quick punt, trying to get it to Cassava.
Quieted the crowd right down because the Elizabethtown.
Yeah, but you got Morris here, you got Cassava, and they got to be careful.
Yes, but
Defensively.
Elizabethtown, their crowd was right into it, and they have definitely, the decibels have gone down. So
We have just under 20 minutes to go. If you're just joining us, it's 1-0. It is the 5th of November, 2011. We're at the Plattsburgh High School Sports Complex. I'm Joey Trombley doing the play-by-play. Our insight and commentary by Joe the Fish Poisson. And on the camera is the father of Hometown Cable, Calvin Castine, and Emily Morris. A nice play defensively, and it's cleared out by
good job by
Dorn.
Hack, a real good job by Hack to stop that because they were going in on a break. They had numbers too.
That was nice.
Elizabethtown, but be careful. They're going to get caught up. They got to go up.
Well,
they gotta go up and
the
score.
thing is, they got to do something.
Well, they haven't scored
nice
against
play. Look at
Chazy
this,
all year.
Lapeer. Lapeer will be guarded by Grady.
They haven't scored against Chazy.
Oh, pushes it up. Look at
Nice
this
ball.
to Kempinen. Just too far ahead, but nice work.
That was Cooper on the far side, I believe. Or is Kempinen
That's
back in?
Kempinen's back in the
She's
game.
back in, okay.
Yeah, Kempinen's back in the game. It's Doran.
She can blast her,
She
too.
can blast her one, and
Oh,
she
good
does.
save.
Very nice save. And now this Ashline, I'm not sure if they brought her up from JVs or they
No,
just
no.
turned her into a goalie.
I'm not
She's a good
familiar.
goalie.
Yeah, she is a good keeper. She was on their varsity list. I did once again.
Earlier? Okay.
Yeah, once again, Joey, I did your legwork and I had this all taken care of.
And I want you to know Mr. Baxter appreciates that.
I'm sure he usually does, and he bought me a nice cold water to go
Well,
with this, and it's worth. Oh, that's a nice save.
I heard you can be bought off, and for a bottle of water, it works.
Rented.
Rented, okay. It is Lapeer. That's okay. I'm gonna let you buy after.
No problem.
Because out of town, be ready for the Michigans down there. They'll be ready.
They do have Michigans here, huh? They don't have Mickey fries.
No, they don't have the Mickey. Oh, there's a nice
Oh,
play by Cassava. Cassava trying to get to ball. Nice play defensively. And
You see what I mean?
Polonsky.
What I mean is they are good. Elizabethtown tries to put some things together, and Chazy's been fortunate to have make some good defensive plays a few times. So
Well, there's no doubt Chazy has some really good horses out there for them. Probably position-wise, skill-wise, Chazy's probably better in more positions.
yeah,
than-
you see it. Sure, you do. You see it, but Elizabethtown they can put it together.
Well,
I mean,
again, they aren't here by a fluke either.
no, they're not. They're the legitimate number 2 seed, and Chazy really hasn't blown them out per se, but
Not all year. No.
Elizabethtown hasn't scored on them yet.
See, Reynolds had space there. I thought she could have carried it a little bit more.
It's possible, yeah.
She went deep, and of course she has the speed of Lauren. And nice hustle by
That was
Lauren.
a great hustle, yeah.
And this could be I almost got a lucky corner on that.
Chazy's, they're looking good, but they're still there. They can't relax, you know. They got to play solid.
Now look what Reynolds did there. She headed with a purpose, trying to get the ball onto the foot of Emery, and it will go to Elizabethtown's credit to get the throw in here. And coming over is Shauna Brooks for the Lions of Elizabethtown-Lewis. And we always want to make sure we get Lewis in there because they always seem to be left out.
Yeah, and Calvin makes sure of that. That's what he's over there for.
That's right.
That's it. That's all I'm going to do here.
Calvin says, I don't ask much of you guys to just get that right.
Every now and then. But, you know, if they send in a donation, they could get a
Well, do you want to do our appeal to support Hometown Cable?
You might as well do it right now.
All right.
Actually, let's wait a little bit.
You want to wait because they're on the offensive end?
Sure, let's wait till the
Okay,
ball goes
so
out the
we have
middle.
McGinn here with the throw-in.
We hope it's McGinn.
Well,
Could
we
be an
hope.
imposter.
Could be. And
Chazy's lucky here again, you know?
I don't say they're lucky.
Yeah, they are
They're getting their
lucky.
feet on the ball.
But they're.
Joe, you're hard on these
Yeah,
girls.
I am. Well, you
You're
know
hard on
what?
these girls,
If they're
Joe.
gonna go on to win a state championship, they're gonna have to play a little better.
Wow, you heard it here. Joe,
The defense, they
fish
really
is
are.
just letting loose here tonight.
Well, they know how they have to play. They've been to those championship games before, and they've been beat. They've also won a couple, but they've been beat before, you know, making those mistakes. And you've been there, Joe. You've seen it yourself.
I have.
You know, I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said and hasn't been done. So
I'm just glad you aren't my father, but go ahead. Keep it going.
Okay, maybe I should be. You know?
Go ahead, adopt him.
I've tried to. He eats too much.
Oh, wow.
He does have a nice boat, though. Maybe I will.
Oh, you're
That's a
back.
good passing
You're
work
back.
here. And the Chazy's midfield is playing very well here with Reynolds and Dorn.
Well, there's definitely no doubt Chazy's controlled the tempo of this first half.
Yes.
Elizabethtown-Lewis has not had any quality shots on Took, if
No,
they've
they
had
haven't.
any.
And Kiddo Lattimore, she's, you know, all her, just what she is, she's a freshman. But she plays way beyond a freshman.
Right.
I watched her play, and it seems during the game that she moves. You know,
she's a fast
for some
player.
reason, she's always on the other side, or on the near side. She never will play the left side at the same game. I don't know if it's going to be different this game, but I've watched her play, and it's for some reason she's always stays on this side. You know, it's like, okay, I don't know if coach maybe wants to talk to her more because she is a younger player. I'm not sure.
She knows where the camera is.
That's very possible. She has the right side.
Curtis taught her.
Yeah, she has her good side.
Curtis taught her well.
She has a good side, you know.
There's the throw-in. It goes over the head of number 6, Wimet.
Oh.
And Pombrioff, she gets
good
through
ball,
there, pushes up to Lapeer. And nice play by Grady.
Great play by Grady.
Grady does a good job defensively to stay on. She's a very quality defensive player there for
And
Elizabethtown.
had she not slipped, Lapeer might not have got that shot off to score that first goal, but
But she did.
yes. And she's been, well, like I said, every time you look where Lapeer is, you're going to find Grady. I picked that up right off the bat, you know. And she's a good player. She's a good defender.
And we have a corner kick here for the Lady Eagles. And Megan Reynolds will take the kick here for the Lady Eagles.
Oh, nice one.
And side net, but not the side of the net that we wanted, so it will go to a goal kick here for the Lions. With 13-14 to go here left in the first half. Chazy with a 1-0 lead on an unassisted Caitlin Lapeer goal at the 21:34 minute mark. And Chazy has controlled the midfield. They control in the shot selection. Of course, they don't post that up here on the board, so we'll probably hear about that at the intermission. And we'll see if Mr. Mulligan's keeping stats up above, and we'll see what they say. But far side over to Cooper.
Good ball.
Cooper with the ball, now with her speed. But nice hustle by number 19. Coates did a nice job. And we have a goal kick here.
I noticed that there's a discernible size difference in the teams too. The Elizabethtown has a few girls who are tall, but Chazy, you look out, Chazy's bigger than these girls. They're just taller. There's more to the girls of Chazy than there is for E-Town. You know, they're just more. They have more muscle on them.
She has a more physical presence.
No doubt. I mean, you can see it out there, and you've noticed it a couple times where Chazy's been able to muscle them off the ball. So
And when you get to this level, you're definitely going to be going shoulder to
we're
shoulder.
going to let them play.
Yeah, they do. And it'll even more so, whoever moves on will find it out in the next level too. And I kind of alluded to that earlier. I think Chazy is going to come out of Section 10. They had the Cook girl out there, and they gave Chazy a battle last
You
year.
didn't mention 25 going in there, did you? Miss Gilmore.
Is Courtney's into the game now.
Yes.
Courtney was moved up at the end of the year from the JV team. And, you know, that says a lot for the confidence she has in Courtney Gilmore to put her into the sectional championship game.
That's right. And you're going to see why. I watched her play a couple of nights ago in that other playoff game, and she has good poise.
She's got the
She
goods.
doesn't get rattled, and she does. She doesn't. I noticed that she didn't get rattled. She's out there. She says, she belongs. And
Well,
she played
Coach wanted to bring her up beginning of the
Yep.
year, and Courtney, to her credit, wanted to play JV. She wanted to play more. She wanted to develop her skill.
Okay.
And so they brought her up at the end of the season, and she feels very comfortable out there.
No
when
doubt.
she looks it anyway.
No doubt, and it's you got some good coaching with Trombley teaching you. So
That's a handball. Yeah, it is handball on Dorn.
yes, Mr. Kaiser right on top of that.
Yeah, it's hard to deny that when he's 3 yards away from you when it hits your hand. So the Lions, it will be number 16, Claire Harwood. Looks like she's ready to take that kick. And she's going to get a good running start on this one. And there's a nice booming kick. Goes off the head.
Jeez, you better be careful.
Yep, there's a shot.
Good shot. No,
And it goes wide right. But a good opportunity for the Lions.
Not a bad one. One of their better ones that they've had.
Yeah. One thing when you get to the 18 to 25 yard line,
Number 5, Alexis Gay out there. She's kind of limping for the Chazy right now. She's kind of favoring a leg or something. I noticed that.
Alexis is on the far side.
No, she's right there in the middle, right next to number 2. Is that Casava? Right there with the headband down.
Okay, yeah, there she is.
I think she was favoring a leg, so.
Yeah, you don't want to be limping next to Casava.
Good
As
hustle
the ball
by
cleared out.
Polonsky.
Took will come off her
That was
line.
good hustle by Polonsky right there just to interrupt that. She saw that Polonsky. She didn't hesitate. And Polonsky's only, a sophomore herself.
Yeah,
She's a
yeah.
young player, too, so. Coach Trombley has, the freshman on the far side with Latchmore, and she has, sophomore here with Polonsky.
And she has a freshman or a sophomore with
Hack is a sophomore or junior?
junior, but
Junior.
with Gilmore sophomore out there.
There you go. So she has some youth, too.
And we're under 10 minutes. We're only 7.5 minutes from hearing Kevin Mulligan yell 2 minutes. So he is well rehearsed, and that's coming up, the big moment for Kevin Mulligan next door.
Does that?
And it's Caitlin Lapierre with the ball for Chazy, pushing it to the near side to Gilmore. Gilmore sends it up, nice ball up, and it goes out. So she tried to curve it up over to Hannah Lauren, but it finds its way off the sideline. So it'll be a throw in here for the Lady Lions, and we think it's McGinn. So we'll say Jenny McGinn with the throw in. And nice head by Casava, but it's controlled by Lapierre. Lapierre has 3 players on her.
Smart play right there.
Yeah, you can always move the ball forward by going backwards, and they switch fields at the same time. And there's a battle out there between Decker and Hooper, and Decker wins that battle.
Decker's speed.
She's got nice speed, sends it up. It goes off of number 21 for Chazy, and the far side is that Latchmore? Kinnan?
Yes.
So the ball comes into midfield. Ball's headed up over to
That's a nice head.
it's a great head. And it is Lauren with the ball. Center of the field gets the shot off, but it goes into the arms of Ashline. So she'll work her way to the 18.
Elizabethtown did a good job getting back right there in defense. They had numbers back there.
And there's Gilmore. She's pushing it through. Just too far ahead, but right idea.
Boy, she did have the right idea.
Battling for the ball, it is Gay. Gets it up over to Doran. Pushes it up far side over to Latchmore. Latchmore over to Dorn. Chazy doing a nice job keeping the ball on the feet, pushing it back over to Polomsky.
Perfect. That's what they got to do.
A lot of space here. Yeah, they're doing a nice job with it. Coming up trying to find Gilmore, but intercepted by number 16, which is Harwood. The ball comes onto the foot of Casava. Casava pushing it through, trying to find Morris. And Lindsay Hack sends it right to midfield.
Good job.
Over to Lauren. Lauren being battled by number 17, Grady. And that's a tough battle back there when you're up against Grady.
Right on her hip.
And stepping up is Megan Reynolds. And they go far side. Latchmore will run toward the ball, but let it go off the end line or sideline. So a throw in here for the Lady Eagles with 7 minutes to go in the first half. They have a 1-0 lead on a Caitlin Lapierre goal at the 21:34 minute mark. And it was a bullet that went top shelf. And that score is the only score of the game we've had so far here. And I mean, it's cooler tonight, Joe, but it's not a bad night tonight. I don't see a lot of wind or anything out there.
Kind of beautiful up here.
Well, it is very nice up here. They have a nice press box here at PHS, and we thank them for that, for letting us be a guest into their press box here. And it's deep into E-Town territory, and it's just cleaned out. So it'll be a throw in here for Chazy at midfield, and it will be Latchmore taking the throw in here for Chazy. Ball comes into Doran. Doran pushes it back over to Gay. Alexis Gay sends it up to Lapierre. Lapierre gets up over to Gilmore. Gilmore running the ball down, pushes it up. Nice play, trying to find Lapierre. Lapierre keeps it in. Nice
save.
Trying to get by Grady. Grady and Lapierre battling and taken down. We got a corner kick.
Wow.
That was a collision.
I know.
That was a good non-call.
Chazy was lucky to get a corner kick out of that because Lapierre's just a little bit out of control, but she's just quick.
Well, Grady's tough.
Quick and fast.
And it's going to be a traditional kick here by Lapierre. Nobody there for the short kick.
It's a nice one.
Beautiful kick. Headed by the defense. And it's knocked out. Going back is Gilmore. Gilmore controlling, turning. And it's knocked out of bounds by Cassava. And Coach Denton said there was it went off of Gilmore, deflection, but no. But the ball quickly comes in by Reynolds. The ball is headed up over the head of Gay. Picked up by Cassava. Cassava pushes it up over to Morris, back to Cassava. And it's cleared out by Hack.
Good job.
Nice job.
That's what they gotta do.
Over to Reynolds. She sends it up over to Lauren. Lauren with the ball. And nice job by number 13, Ryder. And that's a push on Lauren. So the E-Town fans like it, the Chazy fans didn't, and you expect no less from the fan base when a call is close.
And it makes no difference with what anybody likes or doesn't like. So
That would be true. Tonight, it's the guys in blue that make that decision. And they are a good trio of officials that we have out there. And if you were just joining us, it's Kaiser, Jocks, and Karen out there for the officiating
they
group.
pronounce it Jakes.
Is it Jakes?
Yes.
Pete Jakes. Jim Karen and Gary Kaiser. Gary Kaiser in the middle of the field. And these guys do a really nice job. And it is Doran with the ball trying to go to the near sideline. It goes onto the foot of Latchmore. And Latchmore does a nice job, gets by one player. And she's at midfield, sends it back to the middle of the field over to Reynolds. One times it up over to Lapierre. Lapierre heels it back to Reynolds. A nice play. Reynolds trying to slip it through, trying to find Lauren. But it's knocked out, and it's Gilmore. And we have 3:44 to go here. Chazy putting some pressure onto the foot of Lapierre. Lapierre with the ball being guarded by Grady. And
nice pass.
Lapierre is going to have, there's a ball. Gilmore trying to get in there. And nice play by the goalie. Nice work by the Eagles. But Lapierre is going to have nightmares, bad dreams tonight with Grady, the way she's guarding her tonight.
I think Grady's going to have the bad dreams.
Well, let's put it this way. By the time the game's done, they're going to know each other very, very well.
The thing is, Lapierre can make mistakes. Grady only has to make one. And
yeah.
Nightmare City.
And it's Lauren.
We're just 1 minute away from Mulligan.
Oh, we're getting the countdown. We're a minute 4 seconds away from the Mulligan 2-minute warning. The crowd is waiting on their feet for this one in anticipation. It's almost like New Year's, Joe, waiting for the countdown.
If that's how you want to look at it.
Well, Calvin brought that up. I'm just going along with it. And the throw-in comes in. And it is, and yes, Kevin's son Tim is reminding his dad at the 2-minute warning. Make sure you say it. So.
But can you count backwards from 10?
Believe it or not, Kevin was an educator for 30 plus years.
Yes, he was a very good one, mind
yes,
you.
He was. Great superintendent down in Chazy.
Couldn't keep a job. Well, Went from NAC to Northeastern to Chazy, and he had a job before NAC. Was he at one of the Catholic schools?
I think
MEI, yes.
MEI.
He's well traveled, people want him. He's in.
Well, we're approaching the 2-minute mark here, and let's listen for it. We're going to hear it right now. No. It's the 1-minute mark. Okay, we were let down.
We have 1 more minute now for the 1-minute mark.
The crowd is disappointed. Here comes Reynolds. Reynolds pushing it through.
Here we go.
Oh, there's a nice push. And there's a finish. Oh, what a play! That would be Hannah Lauren.
Ball by Reynolds.
Oh, Reynolds you can see that develop, Joe?
Down the back here.
Wow. But what a finish by Lauren.
And that right there is...
It's 1:45 left in the half. But Lauren, the freshman, did not panic.
No, that hurts.
What a finish.
That really hurts a team, Elizabethtown, trying to keep it within that goal. And so you got to give the Chazy girls credit finishing here just before the half to go up 2-0. That is exactly what they wanted to do.
That was just picture perfect.
Beautiful passing, and right down the middle too.
Yeah, I mean
there
it was
no working it from the sides or anything. And
one thing is I really love watching these girls play is they're very unselfish.
yes, they are. Well, they're called a team.
Yeah,
that's what you got to do. And the only one out there, there's 2 of them out there without the Under Armour. That's Lapeer and Alexis Gay in the middle.
Yeah.
And here I am up here in the
And
middle.
here-
So I got a sweater on and
Well,
all kinds of stuff.
you look very dapper tonight, Joe. We're going to
thank
get you on camera there with Calvin with your turtleneck on and
Trying to
your.
be a little respectable here at the playoffs.
I thought you had your reading sweater on there.
Oh, here's another
Oh, here we
chance
go. This would really hurt if they got another one before the half.
It's a good shot from Doran.
Oh, the crossbar! Wow. The ball headed back, and the Lions just dodge a bullet.
No.
And there's a deflection. That's going to be a corner kick.
That's not a bad chance. That's not a bad try.
Well, they got 1:10, and we got a corner kick here. Plenty of time.
5 seconds.
Oh, 5 seconds. We're going to hear it now. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Let's hear it.
1 minute.
And there it is.
That was the voice of authority.
The voice of Kevin Mulligan yelled 1 minute.
Maybe.
Goal for Chazy was scored by Hannah Lauren and assisted by Megan Reynolds.
That's a nice service right there.
Beautiful
from
cross.
Porowski.
There it is. There it is. Oh, it was wide again. And they got another corner. They got 37 seconds, and Reynolds is hustling over there.
Elizabethtown has been dodging bullets here for the last couple of minutes.
I won't say it would be over. If they score one more, it will be very hard to come back from it, though.
Wow, Joey. Very prophetic of you to say.
Well, I don't want to
no, you don't.
make the mistake you made.
No, you don't.
You are still blamed in Chazy.
Oh, watch this.
Oh, jeez.
Chazy's still
Boy, they've
putting a
just
lot
been
of
having their
pressure.
way here the last
They
2
are
minutes.
playing very well, the midfielders.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And the countdown by Mulligan, and the first half will be coming to an end here, and Chazy in dominating fashion lead 2-0. If they win this, they win the sectional championship, and they'll move on to regional action next week against Section 10. But we still have 40 minutes of soccer left. I'm Joey Trombley along with Joe Poisson and Calvin Castine. We'll be back for the second half. And we're ready to start the second half here for this sectional championship game here at the Plattsburgh Sports Complex. Chazy leading.
Hey, the vendors are really going wild there, aren't they?
They're selling those. I wonder if those Chazy scarves would go well over to this side on the Elizabethtown-Lewis section. I wonder what would happen if they went over there. Think they're selling any, Joe?
Probably be a few fires.
Well, here comes Chazy with a 2-0 lead. Grady being our guard, Lapeer. Lapeer and Grady. And nice play by Lapeer to get by Grady, and Grady recovers nicely. And nice hustle by Lapeer onto the foot of Cassava. Cassava being guarded by Dorn. She chips it up, trying to get it onto the foot of Morris. Morris on the near sideline working her way down on a counterattack. Comes the Eagles.
Good job. Good defense.
Nice job
That's what they got.
defensively by Hack. And coming off the line is Took. No danger there.
Did you notice though that Latchmore stays on that side, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I just find it ironic that happens, but she does. She just stays right on that side.
No, she's on the other side.
Yeah, I know. She stays on that side. Normally,
Oh, when you switch, you come back to this
if
side.
you're the left defender, you stay the left defender. You don't switch to the right defender. But
There's a
Coach
heel
Trombley
back.
always does that.
Oh,
he's taken down.
that would definitely be a whistle.
That's a hard fall too, because that is turf. That is.
Well, it's a
not
cool night out there tonight, too.
Natural surface, and that's very, very hard. That's a good face smack maybe for Reynolds. I don't know.
I probably should have checked my my app to give you the current weather condition right now.
44 when we arrived.
44. So we'll definitely be in the 30s, I think, before this game is done.
Chance right here, Joey, with about 38-27 left in the second half. They're up 2-0 on a great goal by Lapeer and another great goal by Lauren.
Oh, who was fed by this woman right here, Megan Reynolds.
Reynolds can
Here it goes.
that's a good
There's a
shot.
blast.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all. Went wide. So a good chance there early here in the first 2 minutes here for the Lady Eagles. So Chazy won 1-0 and 2-0 earlier this year, and they're back to the 2-0 point. So maybe this one will be 3, Joe.
Or 2-1,
Or 2-1.
2-2. You never
Or
know
maybe-
how. You never know how it's going to play out, Joey.
Well, you never know how the second half is going to play out.
Well,
That is for
that's
sure.
He got that one just before the end of the half, and they could have got another one too. So
Oh, or 2.
yeah, they were on all cylinders there for the last couple of minutes against Elizabethtown. Elizabethtown was pretty fortunate.
Nice play by Polomsky.
Good move.
Oh, she tried to push it up, but stepping over it for the Eagles is that would be Alexis Gay. No,
18.
and no for
He's
Chazy.
18 for.
Oh, for 18 for them
Yes.
is Decker.
There's Decker.
Yep. So Kirsten Dorn at
She's been around
midfield,
for a couple of years too. I remember her. She's
and
good
Lauren
speed.
does a nice job shielding the ball, going far sideline,
ball.
getting it on over to the foot of Emery. Emery battling for the ball on the far sideline. It's Emery and Harwood battling.
Pass.
Yeah, beautiful pass back over to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to get the shot off, and it is.
Wow.
Oh, and nice play by Ashline.
Lauren caught one right on the nose, I think. She caught one of the deflection.
Well,
right
we
on
have
the
what?
nose.
That's number. Is that 13, Calvin? That is Ryder down.
Again.
And we're back from the injury, and it is Ashline with the kick. It's kind of a short kick, but stepping up defensively. A nice booming kick by the Lions. And back there is Hack heading the ball up to the open field. It's picked up by number 19, Coates. Coates trying to get it over to Kasava. And Polomsky battling for the ball, won by Kasava, and she just chips it up, trying to find Morris. And the ball is headed by Pombrio is into the game here for Chazy. Rachel Pombrio. And the battle going on with Dorn.
Good job by Dorn.
And it's cleared out to midfield, picked up by Reynolds. Reynolds goes to the open space, and it's Hannah Lauren hustling for the ball. And it's Lauren hustling for, coming off the line is the goalie, but it will be a goal kick here for the Lady Lions with 35:54 to go. Chazy with a 2-0 lead here. Winner moves on to regional action next week. Loser goes home, and the winner of this will be crowned the sectional champions.
The times have not been decided yet, but they will be here at the PHS field.
They'll be here at the PHS field Saturday.
Okay.
My guess is I'm thinking like 1 and 3, but I'm not sure.
That would be nice.
It'd be great. I think that they would do that so the teams can get done early enough to head back home. The team that's traveling, and right now it is Latchmore goes to the far side over to Emery. Emery working her way down, sends it into the box, and it goes off the end line. So another goal kick here for the Lions. Joe, I like what we're seeing tonight with the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, they're doing good. I noticed the defenders are playing a little better now. You know, but the midfielders for Chazy, Reynolds and Dorn, are playing extremely well. Up front, they're playing well with Lapeer creating all kinds of havoc. Lauren, they're getting both of them on the board. Reynolds doing her usual great job. I mean, just the outside midfielders for Chazy are playing well. You know,
Yeah, they are.
they're doing well. Polomsky's doing I like Polomsky back there in that defending position.
Nice play by Pombrio
That's a nice
into
ball.
the open space. Beautiful spot. And there's the shot by Reynolds.
Nice
Knocked
service.
away.
Oh, yeah.
And that goes on to the foot of Lauren.
Oh yeah,
And Lauren, I think, is going to get the goal.
I think she will.
Yeah, on the shot by Reynolds.
So that was
That was a
out here in the
deflection.
middle of the field with Pombrio to making a good pass up to Reynolds, and Reynolds making the feed in and going off the keeper. And
At the 34-33 mark. I'm thinking it's going to be Reynolds to Lauren.
let's find out.
And we thought it was Hannah Lauren. It's actually Reynolds gets credit for the goal. Pombrio gets credit for the assist because the goalie knocked it off. It went off the back of their defender, so it's an own goal, but they give the credit to Reynolds for getting the ball in there. And so Chazy goes up 3-0. And Joe, I don't care what team you are at, it's always difficult to come back
Well, you
from
know,
a
they got
3-0
that
score.
goal just before the half ended, and they get one right off the back in the second half. So Chazy's, they're playing very well. The girls are playing great.
And the ball's pushed to the far sideline over to Latchmore. Latchmore pushes it up over to Emery.
She's doing a good job over there too.
Yeah, look at this ball movement. That's three good passes in a row over to Lapeer, back over to Doran.
That's what they got to do. Just find feet, possess now, and just ride this game out.
Control it, yeah.
Just ride this game out. Nobody get injured. You know, that's the big thing. We got more games ahead now, hopefully. And
well, at least one more ahead, we think, with 33 minutes to go.
You know, yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I don't see really.
I mean, E-Town hasn't showed us anything to yet.
Oh, you know, Took is a great keeper, and we haven't had to see how great she is.
No.
You know, because defense is playing better or well. They're actually they only had one mistake at the beginning of the game. I kind of got it on their case, and hope they don't take it too personal, but they know what they have to do. They were a little tight, I'm sure, at the beginning of the game. It's a sectional championship, and you should be a little tight. You should be having some butterflies. You know, if you don't, you shouldn't be playing.
Well, you know, Calvin, it's nice to see him soften up a little bit as the game progresses here, and you know, he was tense. Well, you know, Joe is like the players; he gets tense before we go on camera here, and there was a nice shot by Dorn, and picked up by the goalie.
Well, I'm not softening up.
But Joe gets tense like the players do, and you can tell he's a little nervous beforehand. He says things he probably shouldn't say. But Joe has settled into the game, and
That's Joe being.
oh, look at the nice play here. Here's Morris. Well, Joe, you talked about it. Here we go, and nice shot. She buried it. And Emily Morris, she is one of their goal scorers, and you know she can finish.
That third goal could be big. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna have one of my mom's cookies. Anybody?
32-33.
That was a great goal.
It was a great goal.
Calvin?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And thanks to Gene Pushoff.
Joey, this is the only time we're gonna have
No, I'm good.
not talking is when your mouth is full.
No, I'm good. You guys can have them. And we're back to the action here, and a nice goal by Emily Morris at the 32-33 mark. So they've cut that goal lead down to 3-1 now. Pushed up, look at this. And
Oh my.
that would have been Lauren from Pombrio, and the Lions dodged the bullet there. So end-to-end action. And this game, obviously with that goal from E-Town, the intensity has picked up here in the second half. We still have a long way to go with 32 minutes to go here.
Scored at 7:27 into the second half, and it was scored by Emily Morris and assisted by Kylie Casper.
And Casava, those are the dynamic duo for the Lions, and they both factored into that goal. Casava getting the assist over to Morris. And so we have a throw in here for the Lady Eagles. And there's a throw in. Ball headed by Lauren out of bounds. So we throw in here for the Lions, 31-27. And Chazy just doesn't need to panic. They still got the 2-goal lead.
Yeah, they can't afford any more mistakes on defense. You know, I was just giving them some benefit of the doubt before I filled my mouth with my mom's cookies, and they just had a breakdown.
Yeah, that's all. And it happens. And then the thing is, when you have two players of Casava and Morris's ability, they're going to make you pay, and they made them pay on that goal. So
Tell the truth here, Joey. When that goal happened, Joe was on the phone making reservations for the Final Four. And he hung up. He hung up right away.
he hung up. They said, "What?" They said, "What's your credit card number?" And he hung right up.
I was trying to get a pizza from Domino's. They can deliver here.
So we have 30-34 to go here. Chazy with a 3-1 lead here in this sectional championship game at the Plattsburgh High School complex. And there it is. And there's Reynolds. Reynolds will work her way in. Nice play.
Oh my.
Oh, wow. Nice play by the goalie. I thought Reynolds was going to take it in, but she tried to push it up over to Lauren.
Yes, she did.
Or no, Lapeer.
She
Lauren.
actually had some space after that really clever move. Reynolds is playing very well, too.
Nice play by
Doran, too.
Oh, Dorn's did a nice job there. Just push over to
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Go wide. Play wide. Use this field, ladies. You know, spread this field out. Spread that defense out. Both teams actually should be doing that. You know, use this field. They both can pass.
I wonder if they get confused with the white line for the football field.
I don't think so. They know. They know. Come on.
Again, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, Calvin, and
They know. Like maybe by the crooked goalpost over here to our left.
that's kind of leading down a little bit, yeah.
I don't think it was because all the fans were hanging on for the PHS wins.
Are you talking football wins?
You know it.
Wow. So let me see.
I hope there's no Italian.
So wait, he's insulted the Italians. He's insulted the Plattsburgh football team.
Our host.
Our host. Yeah, they let us use this booth. So Calvin, I think I'll be back in this booth next week. I think you'll be here. I got to see if somebody else can do the commentary here with me.
There might be a contract on Mr. Pusso.
Oh my God.
Oh well. I've had worse people hate me. A whole lot more too.
I mean, I guess you aren't Howard Stern, but you do have some nice entertainment value there, Joe. Oh well, you aren't Howard Stern on the camera.
There you go.
Oh, did you see that?
No, she just kind of threw it back into her.
She threw it to somebody on the field as if she wanted her to throw it in.
Oh, the handball.
So it's called a handball. Well, it's called a rethrow. They gave Chazy the throw.
Wow. So far sideline is Caitlin Lapierre, and of course she's being guarded by Grady. And Lapierre and Grady battling there. Nice
job
play.
by Grady.
Grady did a nice job, and Lapierre, that was frustration. And I think there was a statement by Lapierre just saying, "Hey, you've been on me the whole game here, and I don't appreciate it."
Lapierre's,
Well, if you're gonna get a foul, this is where you want to get it, like deep in their end.
I think so. Slow him down.
Yeah.
Just slow him down a little bit. But
I'm not saying I approve what she did, but it is deep in the territory, and
Lapierre's
there's
actually been doing a good job too. I mean,
the whole team's been doing a good job.
they have. Elizabethtown is. They're going to be bringing everything up here now. We have what?
About 20, yeah, just under.
55, so
Yep. And that
good
goal
crowd here.
definitely gave them a little jump in their step.
Oh yeah, I brought the crowd back in the game.
Oh, here you go.
Cassava.
Here goes Cassava.
Oh, we
Picking
go.
it up.
Oh wow.
Oh wow,
Oh.
that's luckily not a dangerous play.
Wow.
If
Was that Dorn?
yeah,
Wow.
Chazy dodged one there because actually she was on the ground. She heeled it back. That could have been a dangerous play.
It's
Yeah, Calvin said
Hey.
it should have been. Yeah,
that's Calvin's commentary.
that was Calvin's
We need to
commentary.
get on his case for that.
And the intensity picked up, and Lapierre takes Grady down a second time.
Yeah. Not liking each other, I'm sure.
No. I'm thinking there's no birthday
Christmas cards.
or all those
Are we allowed to
holidays.
say Christmas cards, or we have to say holiday cards?
No, they're Christmas cards here.
They still are? Okay,
They are, yep.
very good.
They are Christmas cards.
Okay.
And there's the kick up. Oh, gotta get the hands off the back. Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Good spot right here for Elizabethtown.
Yeah, it is.
26:50 left in the second half. Elizabethtown, since they got that goal here from Morris, have
Kind of picked it up.
they've picked it up a lot.
Yeah, it's number 15, Whalen.
Chazy's been back in her heels a little bit.
She's
but
got a powerful kick too.
yeah, watch this.
And this is direct too.
Good chance now. No win though. I mean, absolutely no win. So,
There's
good
the
chance. That's a
kick.
good ball.
There it is. Oh, took.
Oh wow,
Chazy
Chazy.
dodge.
Big
Basketball
time.
was there. And it is.
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Wow.
Lucky.
E-Town is putting some
Yeah.
unrelenting
Chazy's gonna
pressure
have to
here.
regroup here though, a little bit. She should just take her time. Chazy's not even looking.
Well,
They're not even looking. But she's got to let her team get set up. They got to get out there. They
Chazy dodged the bullet there.
They did, but But what I'm looking at, what I just saw right there, I didn't like. Got the ball. Got to let your team set up. If your team isn't turned around, you better bark at them. You know what? Get your heads back in this game here, ladies. Let's go. And it's just Elizabethtown. They picked it up.
Yeah,
so
they have. Well,
Good team. They made a game out of it.
They got
They're making a
confidence
game
on
out
that.
of it.
Yeah, they are.
making a
They
game.
could
out
have
of it.
easily scored a couple goals since that goal.
There's one
And
cookie left.
Cooper is checking into the game. Coming out is
I
Emery.
do have one cookie left. Are we going to raffle it? And who's going in? I hope it's not here.
And it's Kylie Cassava is coming off very gingerly here for the
It's a
Lions.
shame,
It is. I mean, she's one of their top
Yeah,
players.
she's been giving him Coach Denton a great game.
You hate to see that happen at all. Any kid.
Yes.
She's a strong, good player out there,
And
and
she's on the.
and they need her.
Yes, they do need her.
and Corey Thompson is there looking at her
Any
ankle.
team would be very fortunate to have that player.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to transfer up to Chazy, we'd be more than happy to have her up
Not a
there.
problem.
We're always looking for more bodies up there, more numbers,
Recruiting.
as every school. So, Kylie, if you're listening and you want to come up to Chazy, I'm sure there's room for you.
Yeah.
We're back at the game here, and it is the ball kicked by Lapierre. And Jory Cooper, they got to be careful. Cooper's got that speed, and she's got a lot of tenacity. I'll take a word from you, Joe. And the ball's cleared up toward midfield. Pombrio is there. Goes to midfield, controlled by the Lions. And it goes on to the foot of number 21, Brooks. So Chazy's got to get back to that possession game, getting the ball back on the feet.
Just get their composure back and taking space like that. Just doing it. Getting back to what they do best. Good job by Grady.
Yeah.
Good hustle. Great hustle by Lapeer.
Not giving up.
No, she made. She knows she lost the ball, but she got it back for possession for the Eagles. That's what they got to do. Get right back after it. Keep your composure.
Oh, nice head up onto the foot of Lauren, and it's cleared out by the defense. Picked up by Kinnan Latchimore. So a lot of play at midfield right now, and Chazy with a 3-1 lead. 24 minutes to go. Kylie Casaba is out for the Lions.
Here. Good job by Polomsky. She's been playing pretty well here for Chazy all afternoon. I don't think she's been beat.
And we have Shauna Brooks with a throw in here for the Lions, and she gets it on to Morris. Morris chipping it up, headed by Doran, and it's controlled by Pombrio. Pushes it up over to Reynolds. Reynolds near sideline. There's Lapeer. Lapeer with her speed. Being guarded by guess who else? Grady. Nice play by Grady. But Grady recovers well.
Nice service.
Beautiful. Nobody there. But nice move by Lapeer to get by Grady.
Great move.
And so we're going to have ourselves a goal kick here.
Pretty good crowd here this evening.
It's a great crowd here this evening. Well, this is championship soccer, and then you'd expect no less. Got fans on the other side too.
They have football games going on today. They have.
I think Prue beat Beatmantown.
Yeah, they were.
I'm sure they're up 14-0 in the second half when I heard a little bit unwiry.
So you're calling that one too?
No, I don't call football games.
Okay. Calling the win. You're.
I think it was a win. Okay. Again, you're putting words in my mouth, Joe.
Well, I'm just saying.
I think.
Okay.
I don't know how you get misunderstood. I can play back the tape. I said think, but that's okay.
You got to stop right there.
That's how problems start, Calvin, when people put words in your mouth.
I can tell you NAC won the sectional title in Class D volleyball.
Oh, you did? Very good. Excellent.
Congratulations to them.
And so here's Caitlin Lapeer.
Oh, wow.
Again, Grady.
That's a nice service, too.
Oh, a little one-timer by Lauren. Goes wide of the net.
Grady's right on her, but Lapeer has been having...
It looks like Grady's getting a little tired out there, too.
I would be tired after chasing Lapeer down, just maybe for one run. I'd be looking for oxygen and a defibrillator.
Well, Joe, we saw you looking for oxygen coming up the stairs to this booth right here.
That's a fact.
And there's the ball headed by Reynolds up onto the foot of Lauren. She goes far side trying to find Jory Cooper. And it goes off of the number 6. It looks like Wimet of Elizabethtown. So throw in for Jory Cooper. And coming into the game it looks like it's Emery again coming back into the game. And coming out is Cooper. So we have just under 22 minutes to go, Joe. And there's the throw-in. And it's controlled by the Lions. Ball up toward midfield. Back there is Hack. And Hack is taken down. She got hacked all right.
Oh, yeah, she gets back up, though. She's tough.
And that will be Chazy's favor. Hack didn't give up on that. I mean, she went at it hard.
That's what you have to do.
Well, especially at this stage of the season, that's for sure.
21-16 left here in the second half. You got 2 goals up. Unfortunately, one of their better scorers for Elizabethtown is out, Casava, and she's still on the bench over there, that young lady. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
I haven't seen Kempinen back in the game much for Chazy, really, either.
And she was a little ginger on her foot,
she
too.
Was. You've seen a lot of Rachel Pombrio was playing very well. She got an assist.
Oh, here's an opportunity, it looks like, for the Eagles just out. Well, okay, it's back here. I thought it was just outside the 18. And you have Reynolds looking to take this kick. And there's a set play, trying to get to the 18 and cleared out by Grady. And it's picked up by
Send it back.
Pombry or not Polomsky.
It's not a bad choice.
No, not bad at all. We're approaching the halfway point here, Joe, of the second half, and the Eagles have a 2-goal lead like they had when they finished the half. They've both scored a goal here in the second half, and the Eagles leading the shot off,
service.
and the ball was headed. Oh, what a head by Caitlin Lapierre!
That was good passing.
Wow, what a pass by Emery!
You know, but you got Dorn. She won't get credited with anything on that, but she just brought that ball.
Or no, that was Latrimore, I think.
Was Latrimore or was it Emery?
Who got the assist?
Oh, I don't know.
It was either Emery or Latrimore.
Looked like Emery.
Maybe it was Emery. Yeah.
Let's see.
I thought it was Emery.
Yeah, I did too. Because Latchmore's more back on defense, but that was just that was some good work by the ladies. Doran here, just keeping that ball, having space, taking it, going wide with just a great service.
Oh, what a service by Emery!
You see it develop.
And yeah, it was Emery, Christina Emery, and then Lapierre just went in hard up with her head, and I mean Ashline's a tall goalie,
second goal,
and she went right after her.
That's 2 good goals too for Lapierre tonight.
Oh, beautiful!
Every goal.
Well, she is the MVP of the league, right?
There you go.
She just showed another reason why on that goal. But you got to tip your hat over, like you say, to Dorn, who started it all.
Yes.
But just a beautiful feed by Emery. Christine Emery was just absolutely gorgeous feed. So again, good teamwork by, and like you say, Dorn started it all. Won't get credit for it, but she started it.
Yes.
Fourth goal scored in 21:06 to go in the second half by Caitlin Lapierre and assisted by Christina Emery.
And here goes the throw in by Brooks.
That was great.
Oh, that was a beautiful. We've seen some beautiful goals here
Yes,
tonight.
we have.
And even with E-Town's goal, was a beautiful goal.
It was a good finish. Yes.
Very nice finish.
There we
And
go
so
again.
here comes Lapierre.
She's looking to pass right now.
Oh, look at this!
What a beautiful.
Look at this, Reynolds finishes.
Reynolds.
Oh, what a play!
That one worked.
Wow! And you know that Megan Reynolds can finish.
Yeah. That's
And whatever step that E-Town had there, they've been deflated with 2 goals.
game over.
And you heard it from Joe Poisson. He says this is now over. 18:58. So literally 8 seconds later,
Not bad, huh?
he scored another goal.
It reminds you of that flurry of the first half. They scored that goal and they could have scored a couple more. So Chazy's right back at it.
So it's Reynolds from Lapierre. And a nice feed. And again, that just goes to show you how unselfish this team is. Lapierre just put it right on Reynolds' foot.
Yeah, our scorekeeper over there, if you could change that to 5.
Yep. Kevin Mulligan will change it to a 5 when he gets the chance. There it is.
Beautiful.
There it is.
He needs a little help once in a while, but
Well,
he's doing good.
we're being told Kevin is multitasking over there. I think he's finishing his sub from Subway, but we aren't sure about that. We'll get confirmation of that a little bit later. We have 18:43 to go here.
He is retired. We don't want to put too much pressure on him.
No.
Maybe thinking about a golf game or something.
Oh yeah, he's probably going to Myrtle Beach or something.
I don't blame him. Actually, it's Mexico, I think. Not a bad choice.
So you asked Kevin, have you started your alarm clock? He goes, what alarm clock? He's retired. He doesn't need that now. So here comes Dorn. She's working her way down the sideline. It is Kirsten Dorn, and Chazy's still putting the pressure on. Oh, nice try by Lauren. And Chazy's just putting the pressure on. They are not happy with that 5-1 lead. And it goes into the hands of Ashline. So I give Coach Denton a lot of credit. He made some changes in this game, and he had to, not beating Chazy at all this year.
Well, he kept it close for a while, but you could just see the girls from Eagles just getting comfortable and playing well at times, and a couple of defensive breakdowns, but they've recovered from it. They've only allowed 1 goal and
Oh, nice tip.
scored 5 of their own to keep the pressure off everybody. So the girls are playing very well. This game could conceivably, it could be more.
Well, but in fairness to Elizabethtown, they could have a couple more goals themselves.
Maybe
After they scored that first one.
maybe 1, maybe 2. I'd say.
Yeah.
Very, very, very most, and that's being generous.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta give credit to them also.
Yeah. They had a flurry of activity, and unfortunately, having number 2 Cassava on your bench is not where you want to be.
It looks like she wants to come back in.
I'm sure she does. I don't know what
She's got her warm-up off, and she's up, and
I'm sure she does. Hey,
I think she's telling Coach Denton, hey, there's 17 minutes left.
And
let me put it all out there.
Yes, I would be too. Could be a high kick right there, Reynolds.
Yeah, that could have been. And that's Lapeer being guarded by Grady. And Lapeer has had a nice game.
3 out of the 5 goals has she been involved with?
Well, Lapeer, yeah. And imagine if she didn't have Grady on her. I mean, Grady's been guarding her tight all night.
Doing a decent job.
And doing a nice job.
All in all, but
that ball may stay in here. Oh, knocked out of bounds.
Good defensive play. 16:30 left here in the second half. Chazy up 5-1.
This place is filling up with a lot of people.
Well, we got another game here right after this boys championship. Should be a good one.
It's going to be a great one.
We'll finish this up here. We're going to, like I said, we'll give the girls their due because Chazy girls they're ring number 1, and
they're going to be crowned sectional champions.
Tied for
number 1 with Remsen.
Okay, so they're showing why this kind of field is great for their play. This nice wide, fast field.
They will be back here a week from today against Section 10. We aren't sure who that is.
Good ball. Chateauguay is one of the contenders in that championship, and
yeah, well, they're tough, and they played Chazy tough last year down in Potsdam.
Actually, yeah, that was a good game.
They have a
girl named Cook that can.
Cook.
I think she's still with them.
She is. I'm assuming she's a senior because I've seen that name a lot.
She's a player. She put on a couple of moves. She scored, I think, the only goal that Chazy had scored up on them.
That was the first goal they gave up. Yeah.
So. Yep. And that was a really nice goal too. So.
It was a pretty goal. Chazy was up 2-0 it was 1-0 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a Jory Cooper goal.
Yes.
To get them into the.
They did too. That was a great goal by Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice service.
Nice service. And Reynolds trying to get a shot off. Oh, nice save.
My.
That was a nice save.
Yes, it was.
And it's cleared out.
He doesn't have to keep going in there hard like that. They're up 5-1. You
don't risk getting hurt.
Well, play, but hey, who cares right now? You want to it's the ball. If you lose a ball down at that end, who cares?
Right.
It's not worth injuring yourself for at this juncture of the season. You got hopefully, I would say more games coming with
one guaranteed.
4-goal lead at 14.
If they win this, it's one game at least guaranteed.
So it's just.
Well, you've already called it, so there is a game guaranteed.
Okay, we're gonna call it, Joe.
You'd call it. No, I did.
I'll call it.
Calvin, he's putting words in my mouth again. Did he not call it?
I'll call it.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Thinking he did.
Both you guys are dangerous when you think.
We're gonna play back the tape, and we will see. I won't say this. I mean, you didn't say stick a fork in it, but you said this one's over.
It's over.
Okay. He just confirmed.
They're not scoring. They're not going to score 4 to tie and 5 to win here. They're not doing that.
No, I think I might have to agree with you.
They would.
And Cassava is back out, Joe.
Good for her.
She's taped
good
up.
For her.
Yeah, she definitely a gamer.
Yeah, good for her.
And there, no doubt, she had to be one of the All-Stars of this year.
I am sure she was. She was one of the
I would think her and Morris would have been.
Yeah.
And defensively, Grady should probably be on that.
I don't know.
On that list. I don't know either, but from what I've seen.
Can you imagine? Lapeer has how many points this game? 5 points herself, 2 goals and an assist.
Yeah, she has 5 points. Yeah.
So that's being covered by somebody all the time.
A very talented defensive player.
She fell once in that first goal. Great goal by Lapeer. Good job by Polomsky.
And Morris or Cassava gets right in the game, and she found Morris.
They got to find feet now. This is when they got to practice. Practice finding feet.
Nice play by Gilmore, Courtney Gilmore.
Good ball.
Gilmore battling for the ball. Does a nice job.
That's nice.
Yeah. Clears it up. Sophomore.
Sophomore, okay, not bad.
There's the pitch. Pitched in by Lapeer.
12 minutes and 50, or actually 47 seconds left here in the second half. Did you see that way she received that ball?
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. A lot of boys can't do that at the varsity level, And
Doran rips the shot off, but it's deflected.
She's done a lot of hard work at her. She has no points, I don't think, to show for it, but she's done a ton of great work.
Oh God, yeah.
And she's trying to get something on board.
That'd be 3 points.
Yeah.
So Chazy with Coach Karen Trombley will now go to her 4th straight sectional championship here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Hey, what's up, boys? Oh, ouch. What is it? That's how we're Grateful Dead. Just go over there. Grateful Dead. Just actually, let me see.
Okay. And it's midfield. It's Courtney Gilmore. Gilmore being guarded by number 21 Brooks.
You got hurt before, didn't you? You're the keeper? Oh, they very well. You're a good one. What's your name? That's all. Yeah, you can look at it, boys. She's not too much, okay? See you later.
Good luck, guys. We have 11:30 to go here, left in the game.
What's Fish doing there?
Well,
He's trying
a couple of the Willsboro players came up and they want to play a CD before the game. And they will be the home team, Calvin.
That's right.
So they would be their choice to play whatever CD they want to play.
Wow.
Well, within reason.
Whatever.
That's a nice young man right there. Say the Willsboro boys and Swires. One of the good players. So.
Well, if they knew who you were, they wouldn't have been nice.
I wish them good luck, just not too much.
Yeah, I heard that.
So,
That's going to be a fun game.
oh, yeah.
Well, like you say, we'll talk more about that when we get to that game. But we have 11 minutes here left to go. And Chazy looks like they'll be moving on to their at least 4th straight sectional championship under the reign of Coach Karen Sherman Trombley. And, of course, you had Coach Dumoulin for many years, and they kept it going. Coach Trombley has kept it going from Coach Dumoulin. And we have a 5-1 Chazy lead.
Before that, who was the coach before Dumoulin?
Somebody else.
It was somebody else.
No doubt.
I think it would have been Judy Bayshard.
That's right.
It would have been Judy Bayshard.
Bob Poyer, coach for the girls.
Poyer for a while.
Had success. Judy Bayshard, coach before that too. So.
Judy Bayshard coached before soccer ever came to Chazy. That's how long Judy Bayshard
Yes,
coached.
She was the first one to.
She was.
First coach.
Yep. And she did a fine job with them.
She did a great job.
And we have exactly 10 minutes to go here left in the game. A goal kick here for the Lions. It's Whaling with the kick here, and she has a nice hard kick. And it is still into Elizabethtown territory. And the game is kind of taking a ho-hum attitude right here, Joe, with a 5-1 lead.
I kind of like the commentating up here.
You kind of like the commentating up here. Oh, I'm sure. So are you going to contribute, or are you just going to sit there and enjoy the rest of the game?
Maybe a little of both. Maybe none. I really haven't decided yet.
Joe is his own man up here, ain't Calvin?
That's right. It's Joe being Joe.
Joe being Joe. We see that at all levels, right? Joe's being Joe.
Oh, good chance here. Oh, gee.
What's so good about that?
You weren't looking at it.
No, I was talking to Calvin.
I know. You should be maybe focusing on the game a little more instead of yourselves.
Joe being Joe.
Joe being Joe.
Well, we have 9 minutes left here in Chazy with a rather commanding 5-1 lead. They scored some 3 goals in the second half. And 8 seconds apart, 2 of them. So
8 seconds. I mean, how often do you see that in soccer? 8 seconds.
Not very often.
There's a nice feed. Oh, jeez. They're lucky on that one. Oh, Dorn's going to get... Oh, wow. What a rip by Dorn and a great save by Ashline.
Good. I'd like to see Dorn maybe get on the board. So she's done some great work. Here comes the... Casaba came off the bench being injured for several minutes.
And that's their dynamic duo right there.
There's no reason to make that mistake right there. Mm-hmm. You know, these are the things they have to... You know, they're lucky they didn't get a goal off that. You know, they can't make those little mistakes. I mean, that's what I mean. And they're going to watch this, and they're going to say, gee, they can't lose their concentration.
No, because as you progress, teams get better.
They're going to.
And they're going to burn you.
You know, that's... You make those little mistakes right there, and you can make mistakes on offense. You can even make them in the middle of the field. You make them on that defensive unit, and you're going to look foolish.
And here we are. Chazy could have some numbers here. Oh, here goes the breakaway, and...
Who are they calling?
It's got to be against Chazy, because they would not have stopped it if it was...
that one. I think they're both going for the ball.
Yep. I think Kaiser's figuring 5-1. No breakaway. And good job, Lila Pierce. She just walks. She's just walking away.
Okay, the kid. She went down pretty hard. Who was that?
Oh, did he give us? He called it for us?
Well, why would you stop it? I don't
Injury.
understand. Yeah, but normally if you have advantage, Calvin, you're going to let it go.
5-1.
Yeah,
He says
you're
yeah, 5-1.
You're right.
Yeah, because we had the advantage.
No doubt. I mean, that was a.
Yeah.
Had this not been 5-1, the Chazy faithful would not be happy with that call. I'm still not happy with it, but.
Well, but there might. Well, Kreiser's a good official out there,
Yeah,
so
but-
he knows what he's doing. And there may be a rule down there. But of course, if you're a player, you could also fake it too and stop a.
That's what I mean. You have advantage.
I don't know.
She wasn't faking. There's
No, she wasn't. No. I know she wasn't.
No.
But I'm just saying
She
that.
went down hard. You got railed.
Well, I was ready to say there's probably a rule that if somebody's hurt, you got to call it. But
no, there's advantage. Oh, it's a good.
oh wow.
Dorn trying every which way to try to get on the board with 6:37 left here in the second.
She's trying to get in there.
No, I know what you mean. There have been people who have faked injuries, and that definitely was not the case.
Oh God, no! I wouldn't even go. I'm not even going down that path. She was definitely hurt.
It's too late. You already did.
I didn't say she was faking it. I'll play back the tape, Joe.
And looks like Lapierre's coming off out of the game. No, actually, it's Alexis Gay, number 5. And 27 is that Gagno? Stephanie Gagno, I believe.
Is that Stephanie out
I
there?
believe it's a Gagno girl,
Okay.
yes.
You don't have the roster for Chazy?
I do not know if it's up to date.
She would have been on the varsity.
There is no number here, so.
So is it
Well, it's
27?
23 is Stephanie Gagno, so
Must be
must be one of the replacements. Or one of the ones they moved up. Unless, what number was Courtney Gilmore?
No, Gilmer. No, that's not Gilmer.
25, right? Gilmore's 25. This is 27. I don't know who this is.
27.
Or is that 21? She moves Kinnan over in the middle, didn't she?
I'm not
She
sure.
moved Kinnan Latrimore over in the middle, and she slid Abby Snide over to that right side of the defense. That's what she did. It's not 27. It's Kinnan Latrimore.
Oh, that's Kennan?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought I was 27, but these old eyes sometimes they do deceive.
They do deceive.
All the time.
And it's onto the foot of Reynolds. Reynolds goes to the near side over to Emery. Emery sending it across. And it's knocked away, and the defense will just clear it out. So we have under 5 minutes, Joe, and Chazy will move on to another sectional championship, or they'll win another sectional championship, and they'll play next week against Section 10 here on this field. Winner moves on to Cortland for the Final Four, the weekend of the 18th, 17th, 18th, 19th in that area.
Nice move by Polonsky. Go. You got space, girl. Oh, it's all right.
And the goalie probably should have just grabbed that and rushed out, but I think they've come to the conclusion that it's probably pretty much over with right now. Hi. Are you Brock Marvin?
I am.
Brock, we're on camera. Hey, nice job the other night.
Great job.
You played an awesome game.
Thank you very much.
We have Brock, come here. Yeah, we're on the camera. We got Brock Marvin from E-Town here. We called the game the other night, so you're going to be listening to it. But you came up with 2 spectacular saves, buddy.
Thank you.
mean, you were out straight.
Thank you.
And you'll hear us call it on there. Those were World Cup saves.
Thank you for the words. I appreciate it. That was
Nice story. It's nice to see you're on the mend.
yeah. I'm doing well. And my brother, he's going in for surgery here pretty quickly.
He went
so,
yesterday or this week sometime.
Actually, it was pushed back to next Saturday. So
Okay, and we wish him the very best too. Obviously.
Now, how old is your brother Connor?
he's 15.
He's 15 now. You were at that age too, weren't you?
I was 16.
You were 16,
16,
so
yeah.
in that vicinity then.
Yep.
Now the same symptoms, everything's the same.
Same deal, genetic condition, and it came from mom's side, and we didn't pick it up, until I was 14, and I had the heart attack, and
Right.
But now with my success and how well I've done, he's able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? And he's going to be able to venture through this.
Well, it's nice to look up to his big brother.
Yeah,
That's a big part of it.
it is.
And
you're just an inspiration to a lot of people.
oh, you have no idea. You have
We
no
really
idea.
are. We've followed your progress over the years, and to see you come back this year. and to play so well.
You-
That's what.
Thank
it's
you.
just-
I know it was disappointing the other night for you.
was.
It was a great game.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I know I commented in the early part of the season when the paper did an interview, and your goal was to come back and beat Chazy.
Oh
And
yeah.
I know you did your best to do that.
Oh, we tried. Yeah, we tried.
You did, and I know, unfortunately, for your case, Chazy's been a thorn in your side.
They are a great team.
And if it wasn't for Chazy, you guys would be going. And there's no doubt in
yeah.
our
I
mind
feel
about
it.
that.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah, there'd be no doubt in my mind.
You know, and we said that. We said probably the winner of Wednesday night's game was going to go on and win the section most likely.
Well,
Both two great teams.
Well,
Willsboro-
can't take anything away from Willsboro.
No, certainly no. No. You got that right. But,
And you guys played them tough twice, obviously
did, yeah.
tied twice, 1-1. And there's no doubt that both of you, Chazy and you guys, won another shot at Willsboro.
certainly. Oh, that was
No
that
doubt
was,
about
we were
that.
hoping for one of those shots, but
You know,
wow.
there's a post.
Wow.
And unfortunately, your girls have run into a buzzsaw tonight with the Chazy girls.
That happens with Chazy.
Yeah, well, the girls are doing well. So what are your plans after high school?
Well, you know, a couple of colleges are looking at me for soccer, and that's my ultimate goal is to get back out there and keep playing.
Yeah,
So
you lost a few years there.
I
so-
did, unfortunately, I did. But
So local colleges here?
well, Middlebury was looking at me. I'd like to go south. I'd like to get in the warm weather, and you know.
Even like south other states?
Oh, certainly, yeah.
Okay,
you know.
not the south of the state.
No, Georgia, Florida, that area. No, not Rochester, New York City. No,
Now
no.
you're a senior, right?
I am a
So have you
senior, yeah.
applied to some schools down there?
I have, yep. It's there's University of Tampa, a couple other schools. They're nice, beautiful down there.
Have you been accepted at any schools down there?
Well, I haven't finished any applications, but
Okay.
I'm midway through. Supposed to
Have
have
you
done my
visited schools
Thanksgiving.
down there?
I have. I love University of Central Florida. That's a great school. So
Good.
I hope you make it there.
that's
Yeah.
my goal.
Oh, and it is warm.
It is very warm. It is. Yeah.
Any specialties, subjects that you want to go for?
You know, I'm thinking business. It's pretty broad in general, and
Okay.
you can it's kind of grassroots. You can move anywhere from there. So
Good.
Hey, if you're ever back or you want to come up to the booth, feel free. We have your buddy there, Brody Hooper's dad up there.
Fred's
Coach
up
Fred
there. Yeah,
We love having
he's
you.
great.
Fred's a great,
He's
does a
awesome.
great job
Fred's
up
a good
there.
guy.
And we say this all the time. There's no rivalry in Class D like E-Town and Chazy. And let's face it, schedule comes out. You guys circle the dates. We circle the
Absolutely.
dates.
Absolutely.
And we know that at some point there's a very good chance that you're going to meet again in the playoffs.
Yep.
And I've always been impressed with your team coming to the George Brendler Field. Even during the regular season, when the playoff game happens, you guys take it up to another notch.
It is.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's always a great game. Like you said, we meet first time of the year and we circle that date, Chazy, and we're there. So it's great to be part of the rivalry.
And it's not to disrespect the other schools, but it's just every school has their rivalry.
Absolutely.
And it just happens to be E-Town and Chazy. But I can tell you this right now, the utmost respect for your program.
Appreciate it. And we look up to Chazy. Oftentimes we do look up to Chazy.
So this is Brock Marvin, and tell you, Calvin, it's a real treat to have this young man up here, his story and what he's done for the E-Town community and for the soccer team.
Yeah, we wish Connor well.
Thank you. We do
That's
wish-
the next thing. I mean, it puts all this stuff in perspective.
Absolutely.
It really does. I mean, soccer's fun. It's a big part of the high school experience, but what you went through and what your brother is going through is way beyond these things here. So, we really do.
Yep, absolutely.
We really do wish you guys the best. I mean, it's a tough thing for the family to go through. There's no doubt.
Yeah, certainly.
Very tough.
Well, Brock, thank you for coming up,
Thank you for having me.
and good luck in college.
Appreciate it.
And when you come back and say hi.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care, guys. Calvin?
Joey Trombley, Joe Puissant, Calvin Casson, and a guest appearance by the goalie for E-Town, Brock Marvin. We appreciate that. Thanks, Brock. And Chazy girls win another sectional title. They beat Elizabethtown-Lewis 5-1. They'll move on to regional play here in Plattsburgh against Section 10. We think it may be Chateauguay, but there's no guarantee. I think Hooverton out there has a different...
Wavelton.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's one of those teams. So Calvin will film a little bit more of the celebration here of them shaking hands, and they'll be handing out the trophies, and we'll just kind of back off the mic here for a second and let Calvin just let the camera roll.
Okay, Keith Raines is about to present the hardware to Chazy. And he's a Section 7 coordinator. Catherine Took and friends accept it. So it's now official. Chazy is the 2011 Section 7 Class D champions. And as was said before, they will advance to regional play, and they're hoping to continue on to the states beyond that. So in the meantime, that's the way it was at the Plattsburgh High School Sports Complex on November 5th, 2011. You've been watching viewer-supported hometown cable TV worth your support.